Hello folks, and welcome back to my old school essential solo RPG campaign, Times of Adventure. Today we are going to continue the exploration of the Shrine of Ilariel. The Lanterns of Selik, the adventuring party we've been following, has almost cleared the first level, or they have cleared the first level. They lost one of their beloved party members, the Dwarven Ranger Gamma. He fell victim to a bunch of giant rats, and they went out of the dungeon to bring the corpse to their camp, which is like 400 or 500 yards to the east of the dungeon entrance. And they decided to remain outside for, let's say, 2 days to recuperate some stamina and HP, because their leader and one of the fighters had been battered quite a bit, so they need a break. For every day, I'm going to roll a wandering monster die to see if they have an encounter in the forest. It's a 2 in 6 chance, and let's see that. So 2 die for each day they're going to stop. They have one encounter on the, let's say, on the second day. I'm going to mark the first day off in the journal. And on the second day, they have an encounter on their camp. So it's probably quite plausible that this would be goblins. But I'm still going to roll from the encounter tables of OSE to see what they encounter. So I have a table here. I'm going to roll a d8 to see what kind of creature it is. And it's a humanoid. Forest 5 is a humanoid, table F. That's a d20. It's a 17. Table F for humanoid 17 is orcs. Oh, wow. That could end quite badly. So table F, humanoid 17 is orc. Hi. So in the wilderness, they appear at 1d6 times 10 numbers. So let's see how many they are. 10 orcs. First step is to see if someone is surprised. Red is the monsters, yellow is the party. Surprise on the 1 and 2. The party is surprised. Damn, that is not good. That is not good. Okay. The distance. In the wilderness, we have 46 times 10 yards. So that is 30 yards, 70 yards, 120 yards. Okay. We are going to try and evade them. Oh, no, we can't evade them. I think the party, it is very, very likely that they would say, we're going to run. Okay, so since they are in a forest, and even if they are surprised, I'm going to give them a chance of 10% to evade. You can give the surprised side a 10% chance if they, for example, are in dense woodlands, which they pretty much are. So let's see if they can evade them. Yeah, so 10% chance. Where's the D10? Here. No, they do not evade them. So orcs move at the same speed than us. That means there's no modification through that. And then they're going to follow us. So I moved the dungeon map out of the way so we can see where we actually are. Since the party wasn't able to evade them, pursuit is going to happen. And there's pretty much no chance of the orcs catching up. They are moving as fast as we do, 120 feet per turn in the wilderness. We are going to enter the pursuit phase. Okay, so we are going to roll. I'm going to roll a d6 to see in which direction they are going to evade. That's the 1, so they just move 1 up. They leave the camp behind, and everyone is running. And the orcs are all following. There's no chance of them catching up, meaning we are going to decide to, the party is going to decide to continue fleeing, and in that case, we are going to make another evasion attempt, and that one is now a proper one, because we are not surprised anymore. The group is 5 to 12 people. We are being pursued by 9 or more, so that gives us a base chance of 70%. And we are in the forest, so that adds another 25%, because we are in the forest. That is here, environment, 25%. Meaning we have a 95% chance of evasion. Oh, 91, they evade. Okay, so the orcs, they get lost, they can't follow them, and they are gone. And I'd say they moved there, maybe this pursuit happened in the afternoon, and they moved into that hex for like 3 miles, and they're just going to wait, like the orcs are gone, and they are going to go back. Luckily, they did not have to fight the orcs, because that would have been their end. So they're just going to move back to their camp. They look out. They're going to leave another person out for watch this night, so they have 2 people watching at the same time. And they're also going to try to forage. It's a 1 in 10 chance because it's winter. They don't find anything, so they have to use another 10 rations because they are 1 less now. And over these 2 days, the people who are missing HP, they're going to get 1d3 of HP back per day. So for the first day, I'm going to roll again. It's 3. And for the second day, it's 2. Okay, so I'm going to update the HP count. So in total, they get 5 HP back over these 2 days. And they have no more encounters. And on the 6th day of their journey, which is now the 1st of the new year, they are going to go back into the dungeon. And they move up and there's no one there, no one guarding the entrance. Everything is quiet outside. So just going to move them here, and then we are going to start their second try to find out what's happening in this dungeon and to clear it out. So Vinces is going to hold a torch in his hand, so the non-infravision people can see in the dark as well. And by the way, infravision is very different from dark vision. They can only see heat sources. So walls and everything that is cold is going to be black as well. They're going to spend the first 2 turns just moving through the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's fine. Say they move here. And the door is stuck again. So the elf is going to listen behind the door, at the door, to see if there's something behind. And he hears something. Okay. What does he hear behind the door? I'm going to roll a d10 to see what it is. Okay, so they hear, again, someone talking. Seems to be a group of creatures again, so it's probably goblins. And they are actually quite loud. They seem to be arguing about something. One of them speaks goblin, and they translate and they say that the goblins are talking about that someone has been here and they have killed other goblins, and look at this, and we have to be more careful, and they say that they're going to stay there and keep watch. Let's see how many there are. It's 2d4. That's 4. That's 3, so it's 7 goblins. And judging by the noise they are making, it seems that they are somewhere in this area here. And he also hears that a group of them is like somewhere here, so they seem to be split up in the room. So I guess they had success yesterday by just barging in and trying to surprise the goblins. And they put these 2 fighters again at the front who are very strong. One of them has a 3 and 4 chance, the other one has a 4 and 4 chance. 3, I said it again, said it last time already. A 3 and a 6 chance, and the other one has a 4 and 6 chance. If they both roll accordingly and both succeed, then they're going to like bang open that door, and I'm going to give the goblins a chance of 4 and 6 to be surprised. Let's see. Black is for the 4 out of 6, and the other one is for the 3 out of 6. Nope. They don't even manage to open the door. Like this one would have needed a 4 max and that one a 3. So they are both running, trying to bash into that door, but the door doesn't budge. But obviously these goblins hear that. All of a sudden the noise behind the door is gone. It's all quiet. I think the party would wait now. They're going to wait and see what happens. So I'm going to mark these 2 turns, and I'm going to use this encounter that they had here as the wandering monster. I'd say since it's the goblin's lair, and they're quite curious, they're going to slowly open the door. So as the elf hears someone approaching from the door and like doing something, they hear some scratch noises, he like whispers that everyone should take like positions because they are something is coming through the door. I'm going to bring out the battle map, and I guess we're going to have another fight. So that's the combat situation. The goblins have infravision 2 for 90 feet, but they can't see through solid objects, so everyone is hidden either behind that door or behind the corner. And I'd say they aren't smart, so they probably just walk through because they probably think that it's a large creature behind because of the rumble that they made when they were trying to bash open that door. I'd say I'm just going to roll the dice and say they have like let's make it a 50-50 if they walk through if they all work through, or if just like 1 or 2 go in and peek behind beyond the corner. 1, 2, 3 will be they all go through, and 4, 5, 6 only the first 2 rows are going. The first 2 columns are going through. They're all going through. As soon as they walk, let's say past this point, they will see the 2 fighters here, and then combat will start. The party has talked about this quietly within the turn that they took to wait what's going to happen. And they decided to, as soon as the goblins are coming through, they're going to jump out and yell and scream and try to surprise them. I'm going to roll a d6 to see if the goblins hear something. It's a 1 in 6 chance. That's like a stealth check, so to speak, for the party. So let's see if the goblins hear something. 1 in 6 chance. On a 1, they hear something. They don't hear anything, so they are not aware where the creature is. They just walk through. As soon as they arrive here, they are able to see the heat signatures of the 2 fighters to the south, but they all jump out and they all go like, roar! And let's see if it works. I'm going to just say it's a normal chance, 2 in 6. They are not surprised. Okay, so now we just start the combat routine. We're going to roll for initiative. Red is the monsters. The party has initiative. That's very good. Alrighty, so first is movement and declaration of spells. I don't think that the wizard will use that the magic user will use the spell on these goblins, at least not in the first round. So they're all just going to move into range. There's a torch too, so there is enough light for like in a 30 feet radius. So I think it's fine when it comes to can they actually see the goblins. And let's see if the goblins maybe also have a torch. Because, I mean, you know, it's fine to see heat signatures, but you don't want to walk in front of walls all the time because you can't see them in the darkness. So I'm just going to say there's a, let's say a 4 in 6 chance. So 1, 2, 3, 4 will be they have a torch. They have a torch. Okay, so I'm just going to do movement now. He's going to move up here. He's going to move here. So they take the brunt of the force. He's going to move around here. And then Thunder, I think she can only move 20. So I'm going to move him here because he can move 30 and she just 10. And the door is here, so the goblins can't go like this. And then Argath is just going to move so she can see, and Eva as well. He's going to stand here. Now we're going to see, can we shoot? It's actually quite, they have the humans in front of them. At least Eva is a halfling, so he's rather small. Argath is a human. So I guess I let Eva shoot, but I give him a -2 penalty to the roll. Argath has a hand crossbow as well, so she's going to get a -2 on the roll as well. Okay, so Eva and Argath are going to shoot their ranged weapons, a hand crossbow and crossbow. The yellow die is for, or the green die is for Eva. So Eva misses and Argath fails. I'm going to roll a d6 for the crossbow. That's a 1 damage, amazing. He shoots like just right between those 2 fighter companions and he hits that goblin for 1 damage. Alrighty, and now we have the 3 melee attacks. We have 3d20s. I'm just going to roll them one by one. So first for Winces, he rolls a 13, plus 1 from his strength stat is 14, and that hits armor class 6. So, and he has a short sword, which is a 1d6 damage. He deals 1 damage on Goblin 4. Now we have Artis. He rolls a 17, he rolls a d6 for 6 damage. The goblin is dead. They only have 3 HP. And then we have the leader, Ladire. Yelanon Ladire. He is going to try and hit that goblin. And he fails. Alrighty. Now the goblins, since one of them is already dead, they are going to get a morale roll. Their morale rating is a 7. So I'm going to roll 2d6. And I'm going to roll them for the entire group. No, I'm going to split them up. I'm going to roll for these 3 and then for these 3. They keep on fighting. because they have a 6 and that is lower than 7. And then the other 3, they are going to fight as well. They move up as far as they can. This goblin is going to try and shoot Artis. He's going to get a -2 as well. He needs to roll a 12, so actually a 14. And he misses. Okay, now we have melee. These 3 can attack. Those 2 are going to focus on Vinces, and that one is going to attack the leader. 2d20 on Vinces. They both miss. And then we have 1 on Ladire, and they miss as well. The red die is the monster initiative. They go first. That guy moves over here. And then we're just going to do the same thing. Those 2 are going to attack. Oh, no, that's the archer that's going to stay here. No, the archer is actually going to move here. I mean, I guess they are at least that smart. So they move here, so they have free sight on the leader. And that guy is just going to stay here. Okay, let's do missile first. D20. He has an armor class of 5, so the goblin has to roll 14. And they roll a 12, so they don't hit. And now we have melee phase again. These 2 go on Vinces again. 2d20. They need to roll a 14. One of them hits. They have a 1d6 damage. For 4 damage on Vinces. That is tough. He only has 1 HP left, so I guess he's going to move back in the next round, and is going to throw his javelin. Okay, so now we have 1 attack on Ladire left. That's an 11, that doesn't hit. He has armor class 5 as well. Alrighty, now it's the party's move. As I said, he is going to move back. He can move half his speed when walking backwards, so that's 15. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to have a missile. So Eva is reloading this round, but Argeth and Vinces, they can shoot. And I think what's going to happen is that she is going to move in here to take up that spot. So Argeth gets a -2 again to hit, and Vinces 2. Argeth doesn't hit. Vinces doesn't hit as well. Okay, now it's melee damage, going with the Thunder first. She doesn't hit. I'm going to change the die here. Then we have Artis. He hits. He is using a short sword, so it's a d6. The goblin is dead. And then Ladire is going to attack, and he hits the goblin as well, an 18. He has a long sword, so that's a d8. And that goblin is dead as well. Let me roll like initiative, who goes first. Roll again. The party goes first, okay. Because the goblins are going to get a negative bonus for their morale roll, because they just lost 2 people in 1 round. But they are going to close in. He's going to move here to attack the ranged goblin. He's going to move in here to attack that guy. And then we're going to have Argeth, who is going to just move in here to attack this guy. We are going round. Thunder goes first. She misses. Then we have Argeth. She has a 12 and she gets a +2 on melee, so that's a 13. And the 13 is enough to hit armor class 6, which the goblins have. So she hits the goblin with her longsword for 5 damage, and that goblin is dead. Artis will still attack that one. D20. He hits for 19. He has a short sword. That's a d6 damage, 4 damage. That goblin is dead. And then we have Ladire. He's going to attack as well. He does not hit. Alright, so now it's the goblins. 2 more goblins died, so I'm going to say their morale is going to go down to 4. Yeah, so they flee. They are actually going to try and run. So they are going to turn around, move their 20 feet. That one goes here. That one goes here. And now, this is the next round. The party gets initiative first. So now there's a rule that if they turn around and run, then there is a higher chance of hitting them. They get a +2 bonus to attack rolls. And they're going to move up. Artis is going to follow. He moves 30, so he can't follow. Him as well. Argeth moves with 32. So that's 10, 20. She's going to go here to close the way off so they can't run further. Then Thunda does not get close. She can only move 20. So that's 10, 20. But she has a sling, I think. Yeah, she has a sling, so she can shoot that. And then they're all going to move up. He's going to move 30, 10, 20, 30. And he can move 40. So 10, 20, 30, and then 40. And it's going to attack that guy. And then the mage is going to just move here. Okay, so we just have melee rolls here, starting with Artis. He does not hit the goblin. And then we have Eva with a dagger. He does not hit the goblin. We have Argeth, longsword. She also doesn't hit the goblin. And then we have Ladire. Let me roll that one again. And he also doesn't hit the goblin. Okay. Okay. The goblins are, it's their turn, so they run again. 10, 20, 10, 20. Next round. The goblins are first, so they move again. 10, 20. 10, no, it's going to go 10 and 20. So now they move up. 10, 20 goes here. 10, 20, 30. She has 40 movement. No, she only has 30. So she can only go here, I think. Then we have Artis. He moves with 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Ever 40 as well. 10, 20, 30, 40. She can move 20, 10, 20. He can move 30. So 10, 20, 30. And she moves up as well. Eva is going to shoot his bow on that goblin. He gets a +2. And the goblins picked up their torch as well. So they're running. They have a torch. They can be seen. And then Eva. Okay, he misses. Then we have all the melee attacks. I don't know, do we actually have, like Argeth has a hand crossbow. So she's going to try and hit that goblin so it doesn't get away. She gets a -1 to melee, so she has to roll a 14. What the hell is it? Damn. No one else has a ranged weapon, only Thunda, and I would give her a -3 actually. And then Vince's, he has a javelin. Yeah, they're all going to shoot. Vince's is going to get a -1 because of there's someone in range. So he needs to roll a 14. Wow, I'm going to take another die. And then Thunda is going to shoot as well. They don't hit. No one hits him. So that guy is going to run further. And now we're going to do the melee attacks. We have Artis. He misses. And then Ladire. He misses too. Wow. Okay. Next round. Let's see who has like initiative. The monsters do. Okay. So now I have to check how far down the room still goes. Yeah, so there is still quite a bit of room left. So the goblin just runs 20 feet further, I think. Let me check the map. So that goblin runs 40 more feet away towards here. There's nothing that can give him cover or anything anymore. So they just follow up, and that goblin runs too. So they are both now still further away here to the south. And they just move up. And it's going to be the same thing. They are always going to, Artis is always going to go for that one. Ladire is going for that one. And Eva as well. And then they all move up. So I'm going to roll. Artis is going to roll a d20. And I forgot the +2 bonus, but the rolls were so low they wouldn't have hit anyway. So Artis rolls. And he rolls a 10. That's a 12 with the bonus. He has a melee bonus of 13. He needs to hit 13 to hit armor class 6, so he hits. He has a short sword. It's going to kill the goblin. That one is dead. And then Gladire has closed up, and like Eva is behind him as well. And then we have her as well. She is still 10 feet away, so she's going to shoot her hand crossbow. She misses, and now we have Eva. He's going to shoot his normal crossbow. And he gets a +2, so that's a 13, and he has a missile bonus of +1 anyway, so he hits for a d6. 3 damage, the goblin is dead. They don't get away, and all the 7 goblins are disposed of. So that is 7 times 5, that's 35 experience. And then the loot is, I think, 2d6 electrum pieces. Yeah, it's 2d6 electrum pieces per goblin, so that is 14d6. Okay. I have 5 here. So that's 5, 9, 11, 14, 16. Then we have 9 more to roll. That is 18, 19, 25, 29, 30, 32, and now 4 more. That is 37, 41, 46, 47 electrum pieces. Okay, since Artis is really low on health, no, actually Vincent is really low on health, he's going to get healing from the Paladin again, which is 2 HP, so he goes up to 3, and I'm going to bring back the dungeon map again. So they're going to take a couple of turns again to check the room, to loot the goblins, and to put them in a corner. Going to see how many turns they are going to take. Going to take 2 turns. Alrighty, so at the 4th turn, they're going to get a monster check, 1d6 chance. No wandering monster. Okay, so they can rest a bit, bandage their wounds, and then continue. So while they are doing this, I'm going to say that 3 people are going to split off and search the room again. And obviously the elf is going to be one of them, and he's going to check that door again. He has a 2 in 6 chance to find the secret door. 1 and 2 is a yes. He doesn't find the door, and there are 2 more people with him, so they have a 1 in 6 chance. One of them finds the door. All right. So they see that in the statue, there's like a heart-shaped stone. One of them sees that there's a bit scratched, and it seems more used than the rest of the shield. And he pushes that, and the door slides open to the left. And in that room, they find a multiple of open, destroyed, and empty chests. And one chest is still intact, though, but it's locked. So they're going to call over Eva, and they have 20 minutes, and that's enough time to do that. And he has a certain chance to pick locks. He has a 15% chance to open the lock. It's a level 1 thief, not very experienced, so I'm going to roll a d100 and see if he can open the lock. He opens the lock, and inside he finds 7 blue gems. And they don't know that yet, but they are worth 5 times 50 gold pieces and 2 times 100 gold pieces. So quite valuable, and also not very heavy. That's good, because the coin would be quite some weight if they would get that in coin, but since it's in gems, I think each gem is like 1 pound. And when they are done, they gather again, and they continue their tour through the dungeon. 2 more turns, and they get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They remember that there is a trap, and indeed, that trap is like reactivated. So the same thing, the leader is going to step over and cut the wire, and nothing happens. And then they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have cleared that room. They remember what was being written at the wall here. And let's see if they get an encounter. 1 in 6 chance. No encounter, it's a 2. And then they're just going to continue down. That door is not stuck. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They get to here. 2 more turns. Is there a wandering monster? No. They look back and they listen if there is any noise, and they don't hear anything. Oh, let's see if they hear anything. Let's see if the elf hears anything. It's a 2 in 6 chance. he hears something. It only sounds like the wind. It sounds like there is like a draft coming up from that from the stairs, and they can also feel that there is like a slight, like a really slight draft is coming up, and they decide to go down. Alrighty, they are going down the stairs, and it takes about, well, I'd say like 5 minutes. They are winding down, not like a round staircase, but a rectangular one, and they're just going down, down, down. And at some point, they see that there is a light shining into the corridor. So they stop, and they're going to take a mirror and peek around the corner. So they see 3 goblins standing there. One of them is standing here, one of them is standing here, and the other one is standing somewhere here and then moves out of like line of sight, so they can't see it anymore. They go up a bit again. It takes them like a turn, and they are going actually like a minute or two. They are going up because they want to take a rest at the last turn. So let's see if they have a wandering encounter. A wandering monster. 1 in 6 chance. They have one. They hear that something is coming up the stairs. I'm just going to say it's going to be these 3 goblins that are coming, that come walking up the stairs. So, and they say they're going to wait around a corner and then jump them. So no torches, everything is extinguished, and they just wait there. So the people without infravision, they will obviously have a harder time attacking, so they will get some penalties. I'm going to get the battle map again. So I have prepared the combat situation again, and we have the staircase here. It's going down counterclockwise, and the goblins are coming up clockwise, so the party is going to wait here, and they're going to try and surprise them again. And these goblins, they are talking. And you hear them talking about that these apparently like other goblins from the first floor were supposed to be down there like 10 minutes ago already, and they are going to look for them. The party's just going to stand here, and as soon as they come close, they're going to jump out of the corner, try and surprise them. I'm going to give them the normal surprise chance. I'm just going to roll a 2d6. Let's actually say a 3 in 6 chance to see if they are surprised. As soon as combat is on, I'm going to say that Artis is going to light a torch. He's going to use the first round. No, actually, they are going to give the mage a torch, and she's going to light it, and then so they can see during the round. Okay, I'm doing the fighting. Okay, so these goblins walk up here. I'm going to say that they are moving their outdoor speed because they are not searching for anything. So they are going to move, instead of 20, they are going to move 60. So that is 40, 60, 40, 60. So after 2 turns, they arrive up here. Takes them 20 minutes to walk up there. Okay. I'm going to roll a wandering monster check. There cannot be anything from above, but there can be something from, well, there could technically be something coming from above, but I guess it's rather likely that if they get an encounter, a wandering monster, then it's going to come from the 2nd level as well. So that's a 1 in 6 chance. I'm going to roll that again. That was a shitty roll. No encounter. They are coming around the corner, and in that moment, they again go raw, and let's see if the goblins are surprised. 3 in 6 chance. Yep. They are surprised. Okay. So in their first round, they're not going to do anything. Let's see who has like initiative. The red is the monsters. Okay. The party has. With lightning speed, they're going to move. They're going to close in to them. They are first going to cut off their way, or try to cut off their way. You can move 30, so it's 10, 20, 30. Artists can move with 40, so 10, 20, 30, 40. Ever 40 as well. That's 10, 20, 30. And he just like, he's really small. He's a halfling. He's actually smaller than goblins. Well, they're almost the same size. So he's going to go through here and going to stand just in the middle. And Argith can move with 30. So 10, 20, which is just going to stay there and attack that one. And the mage is going to light the torch, walk down, and that's her action for the round. Alrighty. No ranged combat, just melee. Let's start with him, with the leader. He misses the goblin. Now the halfling. He misses the goblin too. Artis misses 2. Vince's hits with his short sword for 1d6. 5 damage, means that goblin is dead. Then we have Argeth. Let's see if she hits. She doesn't. Thunder also doesn't hit. Wow, I'm rolling really badly for them. Okay. The goblins, I'm instantly going to say their morale rating goes down to 4. Because they lost one, they are surrounded. So everything higher than 4 makes them run. I'm going to check the rules again because I don't have them in my head yet. Just going to check, but it seems that the goblins will be staying. Yeah, they will stay. So they are going to roll damage. Let's say I'm going to see if they both attack, like whom they attack. This one is for the left goblin. 1, 2, 3 is her. 4, 5, 6 is her. Well, and she can only attack her, so they are both going to attack the cleric. D20. They don't miss because she has an armor class of 3, and they would need to roll a 17, I think, to hit that. Okay, so none of them hit. That's the next round. Morale again, red is the monsters. The party has morale, and it's the same thing. They're just going to attack. Arthas is going to move here, and I think Argeth is going to 10, 20, 30, just move. Let's just say she... Oh no, she's staying here because there's a goblin right in front of her. Okay, we're going to roll like d20s, start with Thunder. She doesn't hit the goblin. Argeth doesn't hit the goblin. Vinces doesn't hit the goblin. Artist doesn't hit the goblin ever. He maybe hits. No, he doesn't. And then we have the leader. And he also does not hit. No. None of them hit the goblins. Wow, they're really dodgy, so to speak. Well, let's see if the goblins hit Thunder. One of them hits her for 3 damage. Thunder only has 5 HP, so she's going down to 2. And then we have next round. The party has initiative again. We're going to attack round the clock, counterclockwise, starting with Thunder. She doesn't hit the goblin. Argeth hits. I think she has a longsword, so that's a 1d8. Yep. 6, the goblin is dead. And then we have, well, Vince's that goblin just died, so he is not going to be able to move through. And then we have Artis. He can't hit, so we're going to just have Ever and Gladire to attack. Let's see. I'm just gonna like that. Ever doesn't hit, and Gladire hits, I think, 15. 15 is a hit. He rolls a d8 for his longsword. He brings it up, brings it down on the goblin, and the goblin is split in 2 and is dead. That's another 15 experience for the party. Then we have 66 electrum pieces that the goblins have. So that is 2, 8, 12, 16, 19. One more. 21. The cleric took quite a bit of damage. Half her HP is gone, a bit more actually. 60%. They have to be careful. Okay, I'm going to get the dungeon map again and then we continue. So as you probably already realized, I had to cut this video again because it was getting too long. I definitely misjudged or underestimated how much time actually passed while recording this, because I still have at least 3 videos for this one dungeon. But dungeon exploration takes time, right? So the rest of the dungeon will come in the next episodes. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe to the channel and like the video. And I'd say see you next time at Times of Adventure. Bye bye.